All right, welcome back. We are going to have our final of this matchup between Dead Ball Society and Shot Callers. Dead Ball Society is way behind. Shot Callers have got a commanding lead 11-1 after four matches. We're going to put up Steven, see if he can't, at the very least, keep us from sliding too much further behind on the points. He's going to be playing Lewis from Shot Callers. They are both skill level 5, so even race to 4 for him here. And Lewis is going to win that break. Always kind of fascinates me some of the rituals that folks will do as part of their breaking. Oh, Lewis setting the cue ball up right about here and then moving it around quite a bit with his stick before taking a shot. I don't think I've ever noticed that from him before. Team ball is in off of the break. And that was it. He doesn't have a great shot there on that 15. I think this would make a better shot, but it looks like he thinks it'll go by that 9 ball. Yeah, not quite there on that 3 ball for Steven. Goes back to the table pretty quickly. Still, to me, it looks like the easiest shot. He manages to get that one in, though. If that was the 10 ball. Definitely, table, while I can see quite a bit of it from the camera angle, I don't see everything. I definitely don't see it the same way that the players do. So, the biggest thing here. One ball looks good. I mean, 2-7 combo. I don't like that, but that was the one for Steven. Puts himself on the 7 or the 2. 2-7's the easier shot. 2 would go on the side if he really wanted to work it. Uh, cut shot here or go for the bank. Goes for the bank. Moves Lewis with a shot down for the 11 ball. We do have a Facebook page now, so if you want to follow us on Facebook, love to have you there. I do announce any of the chip tournaments or anything like that I have coming up on the Facebook page. Put up an event there if you're interested. Gonna try and put some additional stuff up there as time goes on. Not quite on that 11 ball. Cue ball comes bouncing back up. Oof. Not a lot of great shots here. This 2 ball should go for Steven. Oh, not quite. Didn't get the angle. He's trying to get an angle on that 3 ball as well. Trying to get okay. There we go. If that works. I was thought he, for a second there he might be trying to get around behind the 9 ball on that, but let's plans his shots out. He oftentimes when you see him taking that kind of a look at things on the table, he's actually looking at the shot after the one he's on. Um, one of those players that does plan things out a few shots in advance. So he's got a good eye for what's going on the table too. Nice job getting up on the 3. 4 ball is just not a great spot. See what Steven wants to do with it. I'd say that's oof, he's got stuff in the way for a bank shot. This is a tough one. Oh, is it gonna go? No, not quite. Gonna run out of gas. Not quite the angle either. I don't like the combo on this one because the cue ball winds up here. Yeah, he's looking at the combo too. Combo this in, leave that here, wind up with the cue ball here. You've got this shot uh, next, which should put you back down over. Oh, he hit that really hard. He hit that a lot harder than I think he needed to, but disrupted all of what I had thinking going on, thinking in my head of what his run could be. And now he's got a tough cut shot here that the tangent line is going to come this way. Awkward queuing position. Well, if he was going for defense, that was perfect. If he was trying to put that 12 ball in, though, maybe not so good. Well, he manages to hit the 4. Defensive shot there because really didn't have a good shot on it at all. But he manages to get contact, so no ball in hand for Lewis. That's 12 away. Gets himself on the 14 or the 10. I like taking the 14 now because are you going to get a better position on the 14 after the 10 ball shot? Not likely. Here you at least got a good angle to put it in the side. Missed it. Did he touch it? Looked away for half a second when I was recording that. Analyst asking me questions, I think, about ball in hand and whether or not he has to give up ball in hand on that. All right, we're going with he skimmed off of it, and that means Steven's going to not get ball in hand. And that didn't work out too well, but could have been worse. Lewis can hit this in with just a little bit of follow. We ought to wind up over here. There you go. Once again, with a very similar shot, a little more distance on this 14 ball. he's mostly worried about where he's going to wind up with the cue ball for the 8. Yeah. He could have held that up a little bit and wound up here or bounced out a little bit. Would have been a lot better. Here he's got to worry about the scratch. He's going to try and cut it this way. Cue ball's going to go this way. He's getting a timeout from AZ. The other option, he's got, option to try and bank it. Not the greatest angle for a bank. And of course, another option would be to just take a defensive shot, push it up to the rail, and try and get the cue ball to land here. Okay, call on the side. Should mark it. Oh no. Wrong pocket. All right, that'll be first rack going to Steven. We have been reminded by our new league operator that calling the pocket is not illegal in our rules. APA rules specifically state that you must mark your pocket for 8-ball. So for those watching in the Lake and Osceola area, don't forget to mark your pocket. All right, Steven, going to break rack 2 for us. Oh, cue ball in. Looks like he got the 10 ball, but it's going to be open because of the scratch. The 10 or possibly the 12 that went down. I think it's actually the 12. Lewis is setting himself with a little bit of an awkward queuing position up here, but he definitely wants to get the cue ball to a specific spot when he does this, I guess. So four ball there's got all this really well lined up. He could try and cut the 7 on up the table, but that's what he went for. Okay. All right. Oh, rattled the pocket on the 10. I think I would have hit that with a little bit of top and wound up here. At least that would have been my attempt. For those interested, I've actually managed to get back up to a 4 and 8 ball again, and also just recently promoted to being a 4 in 9 ball. So I went from a 3-3 to a 4-4. Kind of have it's something I've been working to try and get my skill level raised. So, I'm kind of happy about it. I of course immediately lost my first 2 matches of 8 and 9 ball as a 4, but have not gone down in skill level yet. So I'm gonna do my best to hang on to that skill level 4 as long as I can. That's the 1 ball. Gets himself in good position on the 6. He might come off the 7. I think it'll go by clean though. Nope, came off the 7. All right, Lewis back to the table. He's got the 9 and the 14 up there. Looking at cutting that in up there. So that 8 ball moving. That 5 ball's going to have to get out of there, but he doesn't really have a good position on it right now. As much as I try and stop shot that far down the table, I just can't do it. I've tried more than once to get a good stop shot on something like that, and just never works out for me. Defensive shot from Steven. Just trying to give Lewis a bad angle more than anything. Good shot. Oh, almost rewarded with a scratch. Thankfully not. Nice shot on the 14. Excuse me, 10. Did not leave himself great on anything else, though. He's going to have to either try and back cut the 14 here or kick at the 9 and 15. I think I'd go for the back cut on this. Nice shot. Well, if he was hoping to break these 2 up, it didn't happen. A little bit of a bad bounce there from that. I think if oh, nice defensive shot. Uh, really limiting what Steven has to shoot at. That being said, this looks fine to go up all the way. And there it goes. Goes 7. If the 2 goes by the 8, great. Otherwise, I don't know what he's going to be doing here. I think it must. Nope, he's going to cut it. Wow, what a shot. All right, a little bit of a back cut here. And there we are. Rack 2 to Steven. like the 13 ball in on the break. So Steven will have stripes this time around. Got himself lined up already. That was the 12. For the 11 in the side. All right. Lewis gets a chance at it. Got this in the side here. Wow. Did not leave him a lot to shoot at. Well, I like taking the 6 here, but he's lining up on the 3 or on the 5 ball. Got a blocker. And he puts the blocker in. Maybe Steven won the shot all the way up the table, which goes. Doesn't leave him a lot left to shoot at, though. He might be able to put the 9 here, have it bounce in off the 5. There's not a lot of room to work there. It goes for a bank shot instead. Okay. Well, Lewis has got a 1-5 combo he could work on. He could also try and cut the 6 ball here or the 2 ball up the rail. Oh, lots of choices for him. He could even try banking the 3. I'd hate to try and cut it that way. Be a heck of a cut shot if you made it. And Lewis looking for chop. One of the other things Diane has been really, our new league operator has been really on about is taking too much time to take a shot. He must have just touched it with the tip of his cue. According to the APA rulebook, the guideline is while we don't have a shot clock, I'll state that right off the bat. We do not have a shot clock going, but they say on average, unless you're blocked somehow, you should take 20 seconds to line up a shot and put it in. So if it's not blocked, if it's not a difficult shot, average time should be 20 seconds. If you are blocked, um, they say 45. You know, I know there's a lot of folks that take a lot longer than that for every shot that they take, even if it's not blocked. And I know what they're doing is they're trying to figure out a run, right? They're calculating if I take this shot, where's my cue ball going to wind up? What's my next shot? So so I don't blame them for taking that long when they take that long to take a shot, but do know that if you're in a tournament situation and you're taking that long, the other team can uh, lodge a complaint about how long it is that you're taking for your shots, and you could wind up in trouble for it. Consistent slow play is considered a sportsmanship violation. It's not a ball in hand issue in any way. Oh, coming off the 6 ball gets the 8. That'll be rack number 3 for Steven, and we'll get ready for rack number 4. Oh, as I mentioned, it's not a ball in hand situation. It's a sportsmanship violation. In a tournament situation like triannuals, world qualifiers, etc., the tournament director at their discretion can level some penalties on you for constant slow play. Uh, at local league night, if the team wants to make a point of the fact that you're constantly slow playing, they can write it down on their sheet, make some notes to the office, and you could either lose bonus points or have penalty points assessed against your team for consistent slow play. That is a possibility. So know that that's out there, and you know, just know that you run the risk of it causing you trouble. 12 balls in, and that was it. Just the 12 ball. So just gonna try and cut the 13. Nice shot. So he's gonna go for the 10 ball. Oh, leaves it in the pocket. All right, let's back to the table. Kind of interested to see if some of these folks would ever be interested in playing the new Ultimate Pool League, because there's definitely a shot clock on that. And I know an awful lot of APA players that would struggle with the shot clock. And it's not that they're bad shooters or anything like that. They just uh, are really really used to taking their time making a decision. It's a very different. I've watched quite a bit of Ultimate Pool League on YouTube. It's a very very different kind of feel to the whole thing. That because of that shot clock, it really ramps up the tension. You got to make your decisions quick. I see two shots moving forward here, 7 and the 3. 3 ball gets him on either the 6 or the 4 here, unless he drifts behind the 9. He managed to stick out there a little bit yet. The 7 ball didn't have the advantage of getting on the 6 or the 4. Unfortunately, he bumped the 6 over by the 7. That really didn't help out his run. See if he can clear that out. Goes for defense, but doesn't get a rail. Just trying to break up the 6-7. So back to Steven with ball in hand. Gonna line up on that 15, maybe. No. Go 11-10 combo. Yep, nice job leaving the 11 ball right in the pocket still. One of the things that most of the time you wind up not doing very well because you overhit things. Is getting the combo, but then not leaving the ball in the pocket. Well, let's see if we can do the same with a 9-11 combo. Wow. I wish I was that consistent with a with that kind of a combo shot. Oh no. Oh, all right. I'm all still going to be in the pocket at least. This is looking at a 6-5 combo. Not going to go for him. Nice shot on the 9. Brings him right over in line for the 15. Problem now is that 8 ball is he needs the cue ball to get like over here. I don't know how he's going to do it. I wouldn't know how to get that over there. I'd have to ask somebody to tell me where to hit the ball. Doesn't bother with getting it over there. Hey, go defensive and just knock the 5 ball out of the way. Well, that's one way to do it. Still considered a defensive shot. Wasn't trying to put the 8 ball in, just trying to clear the pocket. Managed it. Lewis has got to watch out for accidentally putting the 8 ball in. Oh, I think he was trying to cut that in and get the key ball over here. Did not go. And there's the 8 ball for rack 4, which means we actually get 3 more points to make that a little bit more of a respectable score, but still a loss for my team, Dead Ball Society, this time around. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please give us a like, subscribe, share this out if you would. Trying to grow the channel, trying to just get out there and have lots and lots of people appreciating amateur pool here in Central Florida area. Thanks again, everybody. See you in the pool hall soon.